아니 샬라 쉐타베 캐나스 샬라 가리 캐나스 샬라 가주 나를 줬어 그냥 가리 가주 샬라 라멘 가서 라멘 샤 아니 그냥 가져 야 모모 모모 나가서 사마 배워 사마라 야 모모 많이 있지 자기 잘 쳐야 돼 근데 잘 쳐야 돼 이게 here okay which was your favorite 야 아니 그래서 그것을 가르쳐 가르쳐보죠 가서는 그래도 좀 깔았어야 돼 원다 네 얘기해 주셔야 돼 그냥 샬라초가 this teaches one to the class one 아니 드링 DC circular DC Washington DC 가 그게 맞아 그리 주고 그냥 참으로 그냥 제가 앞에 가보죠 빼면서 가보죠 아니 맞아 로 가서 로 이놈 주고로 와 2019라 맞아 first time 그 토이 봐 그냥 좀 뭐지 빼 주지 봐 다들 그냥 빼 가셔 주고 덮쳐 보도 주고 덮쳐 보시 하셔 보도 빼 닝점을 하셔 봐 근데 세상 아니 맞아 유튜브 빼 가보죠 로지를 테마 찍다가 DC 아메리칸 코레 개별 와 코레 타마타마데 워싱턴 DC라 좀 내가 주주 소요 메디슨 보다 프레어 소요가 한디가 좀 얘기다 아빠지 구대야 줘와 the one that I'm expecting most 이 캐나즈는 그 주저당 캐나즈는 그 주저당 캐나즈 가르스나 캐나즈는 그 계신 나중에 계신 시간 미술 마시비요 와 니야 지역 쪽에 시라 요 말에 니 마냐 시비요 와 니 마시나 알상시야 김도 right when I speak I learn nothing right but when I talk with you guys, then you will ask questions. Sometimes some of you ask very difficult questions, right? Tough questions, and I have to think a lot. But I end up learning a lot of things. So I always look forward to see you guys. Yeah. So that is my. Whenever I come to the United States for the medicine book tour, this is what I was looking for the most. To see you guys, so I can learn something from you. right? 제가 아니 대인 향수 또 뭔가 뺏고 주문해 가지고 이렇게 향수 다시 갈아마서 뭐 무대도 와. Yeah. Some of you have not taken lunch, right? And so thank you, all of you for coming. 내가 저기 막 medicine 보자 만달라 프로세스 시켜야 봐. This is 제일 좋은데. 가만 재밌다. 가만도 재밌다. This is 재밌어도 심한 이만에 만달라 캬 재밌다. 만달라 시켜야 this 재밌다. 가르라 소디 가르. 메인 또 무슨 이런 거 좀 봐. 나야 계속 시험에 친구도 있는 게 같이 시험을 찍는. 아주 다들 얘기를 시작하면 참 고들어. 빼마세요. 당연히 그냥 저들 로프 수업을 기술 강습기 근데 스타프 모두 와서 배 차수 버리죠. 배 오기나서 배 오기나서 와. 그냥 저 기술체 내가 잘하는 게 만나만나체 차수 배도 배 오기나서 아니 이 말에 뒤지고 말에 그냥 저기 그게 한 레벨이야. 와. 그게야. 그냥 저 교재야. 그냥 아니 보고 사는 거. 왜 샤츠도. 와. 띵아 백 가보죠. 먼저 먼저 별걸 와 상말로. 와. 내 말. 와. 그냥 먼저 별을 요 말 와. 딱 먼저 다시 별거 다시 야갈 대결에 다시 유럽을 대결에 딱 단단 좀 뭐지? 가와 대결에 이런 거 가와래. 아니 뭐 와. 아니 뭐야. 제가 먼저 아니 뭐를 요할 때 먼저 딱 용서 줘요. 와. 오리진 줘요. 와. 이 가르래. 별 와. 어디래. 그때가 저기 소문난 걸로 줄이 많아요. 와. 나도 그 세트 와. 저기 아이덴티티 뭐만 와. 이거 좀 사모님이 지야요. 레몬. 지야 줄이요. 이거 아주 전부링 밑 상만 안에 아주 만다고서요. 유니크스야. 이 그래. 아주 별바 그래서 아이덴티티. 레몬. 와. 이게 아주 짜청 수요. 이게 아주 개청 수요. 와. 이 개청보다 짜청 수는 아주 약보를 본수 도자래. 디스고래. sigo mare ra 먼저 벽을 빼야고래 전부 미션 뭐 참을 때 두자래 this is one 라 미참을 소소도 unique identity 지 여봐 왜 말해 라 아주 벽의 identity 아주 identity 다래 벽으로 와 리드전에 아주 벽의 인바디 아주 벽의 아주 identity를 아주 origin들에 난디 아주 사원님이 지야요 왜 말해 근데 아주 단다 벽을 너무 말아 라 아주 기가 단다 미션 다이 와 여봐 왜 말해 아주 롱바디 단다 아주 라고 라와 여봐 아 여봐 디 인도전에 딱 아주 같이 두그래 아주 수수 롱바디 소리냐다 아주 수수 롱바가 텐 토야라 아주 가르쳐 그래 아주 수수 미야고지 수요마투나 right 아주 수수 미야고지 수요마투나 아주 마음 바로 텐 토도 그래 텐도 아카고 봐 그래서 아주 미야고 가르쳐 그래 아주 수수야고 가르쳐 그래 로종야고 제고 그래 또 말해 로종야고 제고 와 아주 파수 찌기지라 tumbo 거래 거만 참고 거래 거만 저거야고 찌고래 라 그거 보고 발라말라 나미 라 김제 네버 참고로 먼저 참고 거래 거만 참고 개심 거로 와 하나도 나로 참고면은 아니 먼저 별라 저기 로치 투마라 먼저 개가 출래 투마라 이거는 먼저 참고 치고래 아니 먼저 로종야고 거로 와 그냥 삼고 로종야고 치고 라 그 로종야고 제야라 그냥 저라 나와 palaamalagi ropa penangyo wa deman an taane se kyan lapta tigyo lapta tigyo wa lapta gela yo chonda tigyo wa lo chonda gete la tona ya ko che pe keshin wa di kyan sama lo chonda ya ko tigyo wa sama lo chonda ya ko tingye sta wa deman lo chonda ya ko ma tingye ba yo ma ra zanga che kyan sama lo chonda ya ko tingye sta ye 뭔가 떠들 하고 야 sama pen 정도 하고 very sharp 제가 그냥 저 참으로 로종야고 치고 계신 분들 와 아니 참고치고 그냥 저 빈야인에다 족보인에다 와 무슨 미망고도 와 대미윤율에 와 참고치고 계신 분 지단에 배워 아주 배배 미국 뺀 윤율 전부 디나 미카서요 how many people 7 something almost 7.8 billion. And how many Tibetans are there?
Approximately 6 million.
Approximately 6 million, right? And that would be one. So, pen unit wa, pen unit. 제가 나랑 저기 로종야 고치, 나랑 저기 야가야 고치, 지소 야가야 고치스 라자야 보내 지고 맞다. 야가야 고치 라자야 보내 와, 라자면은 무슨 강관한 데서 거래 못 하려고 그래. 좀 사실만 보여라. 레몬 점점 보고 점점 내가 거기 이렇게 하지 점점 더 이렇게 go with okay I can't tell you then you deserve that pass
I don't know, video games?
video games no 같이 online 그래 okay online 게임 중에 뭐 있다 can't go with can't slow down with 와 Japan 라 많이 찍어라 아 저는 들어봤어 주만 캐 저는 그때 말 나와 야 민가 배마 다 통으로 보시면 재판다 아 지금 adventures of 통으로 배마 통으로 보시면 재판 야 that was fun 같이 해 재판 하면서 삐기부터 아니 제가 아주 지로로 참가하고 있는데 누구 배샤 걸어봐 너무 걸어봐 세상 내가 야보면은 너무 영광이야. 세상 아니 내가 야보라고 로종야고 제고 봐. 그래서 로종야고 제가 단대 그냥 저 춘춘 그래도 단대 그냥 저 나온 되게요. 팔라마님도요. 아니 팔라마님도 이나 따바 두수기요 봐. 팔라마님도 따바 두수기 팔라마서 내가 주요래. 내가 갈래간 수요래. 아니 그냥 저 따오래. 그냥 저 클래스요래. 그냥 저 로종 상담을 샌드위치요래. 빌드요래. 와. 선배만 보여 봐. 근데 전에 팔라마서 요게 용시였다. 혹시 어디 선샤. 지난 나도 상을 고야만 보여 봐. 제가 재단 중에 그냥 재단 중에 또 라이브 야 지금 중에 또 라이브 아니 그냥 뭐뭐 사이 또 라이브 상발라 만다 위시 만다 디자인 만다 모두 와 이내 창마 팔라마라기 뚝뚝 말와 제가 이 간절 상다 간절 팔라마라기 그래 구야가 먼저 팔라마라기는 간대시 사례스 성지다 와 제가 팔라마라기 먼저라 가족이 로고 제거디 가족이 장견난 건데 and cutting tempo is and can some shop. Law, the can some shop. Cutting jam shop, Yaku Cheshire, the Yaku is a this and now. Any chick chamos or need chamos, soon chamos, Machewa Yang some matache, Chevatic or dishes, and somebody not. Council to suit in Yamata Palama in Bangova, Palama in Yamata to suit on this some Kondosa, like the chamos, unlike the chamos of the Takajan Drovina, Council has to be Kiwiova. I'm like Nazo de Kiwiova, Rock Palam of Nazo de Tigus and some more pass out of them, so some of them, or sticks at some town, remember, some shit, rock, or the decision was Rucho, right? Azucation, Mazuki, Commander, Arlevere, King War Chicken, Hassel, King War Chicken, right? Deities of the same mandala, right? King War Chicken, King War Dwa, King War Mandala Dwa, Mandala in the Hamango Chicken, Hamango Dwa. You get how to get some of the crowds. Yamdo, Yakushu Shudwa, how to do a game and do say game and do Yakush Shudwa, how to get right? All the stages there, right? The get in the shit, not how to shake the chambo, chicks, the tumbo, chicks, the watch, right? Some long and Murwa, we get long banded, some long under sometimes we get mad, right? And then Jela, long Shizuna, and this was for you, how many get in the Honda, right? So you can get and get a long on the kind of short songs, right? Any all those teachers, Suzuki, Wanda Lavina, and then there's Judy, right? The Zamachan, remember, Chesa, that nearing Nangchuki, Ingo, Nangchuki, what basis, as a basic essential of the Buddhism, basic of the Buddhism, that can be covered. Now, Nangchuk shares love, Nangchuk counts on when you're Nangchuk, have you heard like Buddhist talk, Lama talk, by many religions, right? And all sound the same, right? Kind of similar. What do they speak about mostly? Oh yeah, the other change. Very good deeds there. Yes, I'm also Solam Saya, yeah. Because you get to put just another year like that, council, Bagoya Buchi, Nagaya Buchi, any Pamela Shaju, Pamela, Hamagajuna, how much you should Council Palamala, Hamburg, Dromata, Council Palamala Kalaya Winyana, Palamala Samba Gasuna, and Council Palamala Sheshua, Palamala Sheshua, Council Palamala Cutting Support, but gratitude. Chazan rejoice, gratitude, Tapa Laviva, Instagram post, gratitude to you, Pasha, gratitude to you, all the gratitude be Tilda, Pamela, Pama Isaba Gavachona, gratitude Yabucha. Digusana, Pamegi Shaboya Chetuna, Pamasha Shutuna, Ra, Susu Lojan Yabachetuna, and Council visit the Kiwi, Ra, and then Nangchuk, Ningo Lavi, the Samasambo charity, Ra. Samasambo charity, around Chigis, the robot chip, Chigis, the 2D chip, and in Laviba, Council Puzzle, some Mimamon, Dua, Dina and also Calapin, Nuruba, these are not Chigis, the robot chip, Chigis, the Samche chip, Ra, Chigis, the teacher to Vena, and also some. Nangchuki Ningbo to go. Nangchuki Ningbo, Nangchuki Zo, Nangduni Karane, Changjuki Sem. I'm sorry. Changjuki Sem. Changjuki Sem is not Seba Samboche, Mila Never Mage, Mila Never Game away to Chunimake, and Kazu Toto, Mila Seba Samboche, Pental to Velina, and the Changjuki Sem said, Chabon. Was I? Understand? Never care what am I giving? Mila Nukia, harm others or not harm others? Not harm others, and help as much as you could, right? And the Nangchuki, that is the essence of Buddhism, right? The Dumdeodua, yeah. That, yeah, count to you back. Yeah, Todos. 그래서 사실 좋은 것이야. 이 아동 얘기가 내가 하고 있어. 아니, 먼저 드린 검직하고 말해. 내 말에 검직하고. 곰디 민카리 뭐라고? 곰디 밀라 뭐뭐 있고, 라? 내가 뭐뭐 보는 거 말해. 그거 어떠하다, 라? 야, 뭐뭐 제가 뭐뭐, 제가 이렇게 아주 도시체, 야, 아주 기름진 데도나 약고요, 라? 기름진 데도나. If you can cross your legs, do that, and sit upright, okay? Sit upright. You can close your eyes or not, up to you. You can dimly close your eyes, right? Any? Then you will start breathing. As you start breathing in, just be aware. Know that you are breathing in. Just say that, okay, I'm breathing in. And as you breathe out, say that I'm breathing out. Okay? So we will do that 9 times. So I will give the instructions and then you breathe in and breathe out. Okay? So everybody sit straight. Okay? Okay. I'm breathing in and I'm holding my breath and I'm breathing out. I'm breathing in, holding my breath and I'm breathing out. I breathe in, I hold my breath and I breathe out. You try to breathe in through your nose, okay? Nose. And then also exhale or breathe out through your nose if you can. I'm breathing in. I'm holding my breath. I'm breathing out. Breathing in. Holding breath. Breathing out. Oyate. Oyar. Oyate. Oyar. Oji. Oyajite. Odis. Nya. Yama. Yajite. 가르치면 갔을까? 뭐뭐지만 하고 싶다. I'm like 나는 뭐뭐 쓰시. 시험 뭐뭐도 세 뭐뭐도. 가득 채우나 뭐뭐 가득 채우나. 나 뭐뭐 삼다 나 뭐뭐 얘기하자. 뭐야. Breathe in, breathe out. 아무라 뭐뭐 간에 청소. 아무라 얘기하면도. 뭐뭐 빼신도 아무라 그냥 왜 따고 뭐뭐 빼신도 써요. 땅아 공격. 공격하고 자는 지시는 뭐뭐 가야 돼. 오야 태. 어이야, 딱 뭐뭐 조사가 올래셔. 땅에 뭐뭐지 사. 땅에 있으면 시마 케지 찍으면 돼. 뭐뭐 찍고 셔. 뭐뭐 찍어도 뭐뭐나 주스 먹어도 시베리아 가차고 뭐뭐 빼시면 돼. 땅아 좋아졌어. 오마지 오야지 땡 양마지 미지 땅 무먼도 어이야 도대체 나서 무먼이 거면 쉬고 도대체 빼야 무슨 그래? 야 그래? 다들 집안 매매 집안 얘기했다 찌기 도대체 라오나 소나
디지컬나 뭐지 하나 좀 남주 무슨 고수 때문에 그런 것보다 남주 모르는 거라 아니나 사실은 저기 어떤 쪽이 주의기에 정확하게 되는 디지컬 쪽지 모르는 토와에 남주 같이 때 지식계이 뭐부유부유래 남주 이 친구 이봐 중에 뭐부유래 또 남주 장과 있나 타율 라유기 그쪽 쪽에 유디 미즈라 행동의 기진 타율 남주 가진 장면, 남주 가진 방식으로 이거 좋지. But like, what is the practical benefit of studying Buddhism in our daily life?
오, 가래 가고 있다. 난초에 장고 이렇게 가요 나요 그만 가래스, right? 이제 도도시하면은, right? 먼저 사물로 그냥 사물로 먹이고 보냈어요. 먹이고 매죠. 뭐냐 보냈어요. 뭐냐 보냈어요. 그래서 먹이고 차 그냥 고양이 받도 좀 말아. 아니 드린 공생이 요 말에 이만 니가 한번 좀 채워래. right? 아니 달로 크리스마스 캔슬 차래. right? 내서 뭐해? 내서 뭐해? 내서 야구 매죠. 내서 공연 좋으래. 공연 좋으래. 야구 들에 네가 어때? 달로 로사리 요 말에스. 달로 크리스마스 요 말에스. 달로 되게 정말 요 말에스. 달로 그냥 게임 제조 말에스. 재팬라 줘야 요 말에스. 라면 야 야구 용서 야구 돼. 야구도 오 that's 이제 용습을 와. It's possible, right? It could be, right? 오, that 딜라 칼라스나 동행 수어 동행 그래서 저기 망쳐 나올라. It's called suffering, right? Even though it has not happened, we anticipated that and we suffered for a short period. And the council, 달로 Christmas cancel 되는데 그래서 semba 기고 차서 오, 나야 뺐어. 오늘 예점제 요래 선서. 오늘 그렇잖아? 야, 그래. 제가 이 동해 먹이고, right? 근데 달로 크리스마스 때 누나 찍어요. 크리스마스 잡아요. 니자요. 잡아요. We can go to Japan and stay there as long as we want. Right? And when we come back, we can go to Disneyland in Orlando. Right? 이게 네 야구도아. 네 고대에 선배 키우셔서. 나. 그래서 Orlando, right? You went there?
I went there for Christmas.
Oh, but you said you don't want to go out. Okay, so.
I don't like going for a walk.
I see. Okay, but you enjoyed that? You enjoyed Disneyland?
Disneyland's in California.
There's one in California. There's one in Florida.
That's
Too. Yeah.
Disney World.
Sorry?
That's Disney World.
Oh, that's Disney World.
Yeah.
What did I just say?
Disneyland.
Disneyland. Oh, that's different.
Wow, so
oh,
sophisticated.
Okay, excuse me. Yeah. I didn't know. Yeah, I'm too old. Yeah. I went to Disneyland. I don't know. Now you get used to it. I don't know whether it's Disneyland or Disney World. I went one of them. I went to one in Hong Kong. Yeah. That was fun. Yeah. So 나중에 인고대 가려나? 그냥 저도 마주 상물로 기부 보고도 와. 기부 가져 먹고 있는 거로 와. 아니 당연히 Japan 나 가져 되네. You can stay in Japan forever. You can stay in Disney. You can go to any Disney in the world and do all the rides for free as much as you like. As much as you like. 같이 지내 되게 나는 그냥 기부도 와. 모두 와. 야. 나 말한 줄로 가르쳐 버려. 동일 때, suffering 때, 찍이는 망설도 와. We don't want any of that, right? Even one suffering is too much for us. Right? Any 당연히 also Disneyland, Disney World, 그래 Japan, games, 이게 같이 많이 보다 also rock climbing, right? 아니 이게 까말라 무슨 rock climbing 치면 라. 야, 까말라 빼고 잘했다 rock climbing. 제사 얘네 무슨 야구도 기부도 와. 야, 제사. 그래서 보세요, 라. 제사. 이게 기부도 가지고 있는 마음 보고도 와. 또 우리 가지고 있는 마음 보고도 와. 내 말에. 제사 낭추 제약이 the practical reason for doing Buddhism is to minimize suffering as much as we can and to maximize happiness to the fullest as much as we can. 이 낭추를 쏘는 낭추를 하고 나중에 나올라 가르쳐서나 마인드 트레이닝 마인드 트레이닝 방송 마인드 트레이닝 마인드 트레이닝 가능한서 검직하게 막 너무 검직하니까 나만 두 사람 너무 좀 믿어와 이제 아주 뭐뭐 검직 아주 쌈는 거 뭐뭐 직수 뭐뭐 리서치는 아주 기본식 조성아 대말 내가 또 트레이닝 지지 봐 뒤에서는 나중에 나올 가르쳐 거스나 stem the training chair mind training 소야 제가 걔나도 세번 얘기 버차 그는 걔나도 간다지 가도록 되려나 아니 소소기 mind training project 당시에 apply 지지 you can apply this in your everyday life and then minimize your pain minimize your suffering 그래서 나중에 난 인고디 동의 총파야 minimize unhappiness and maximize happiness minimize suffering maximize happiness that is the essence of Buddhism 이 제발라 can 찍고 지키고 can you enjoy it just by yourself you need others right if you want to go to Disney World Disneyland there are so many stops there people who make it possible for you to ride those rides right if you want to go to Japan you need to fly there has to be a pilot there has to be air hostess there has to be the airport staff all of that right so we need to rely on a lot of people we are dependent okay we like to call ourselves independent but there is no such thing as truly independent okay and there is nothing wrong with that okay no, there is nothing wrong with not being truly independent okay we have to be dependent and the moment you realize that you have to be dependent you somewhat become independent the moment you accept the fact that you have to depend on others you become independent okay the moment you realize that the moment you accept okay acceptance 되게 무슨 뭐뭐 걸게 싶이봐 근데 뭐뭐 매가 되게 accept나 그냥 그게 너무 그냥 accept 맞춰듯이 나는 뭐뭐 고도 그냥 learning 시 내가 그냥 있으면 나도 디고도게 되어이나 그냥 그냥 뭐뭐 가도록 상으로 봐 드링 뭐뭐 요마 드링 무슨 내가 소소요래 드링 무슨 뭐 요마래 직전나 아무나 산인저도 하고래 right these are the accept 제베나 그냥 이 동일이 다른 명시 right accept when you learn to accept right acceptance 이 남주 조지 그래서 acceptance interdependencies 해야죠 right independence는 라왕 가르치지 그러와 가르치지 소소를 라왕 토발라 라왕 차상 요로 채발라 소소를 라왕 차상 무교나 소소 강 전쟁 지야 매워게 하고 고스가 내가 고스 강 전쟁 지야 매워게 accept 제도가 있나 소소를 라왕 차상 하고 the moment you realize and accept that you can't do anything that you want or you like to do that moment you become independent okay yeah there is the problem is people think that they can do anything and then when we were told so many times that is possible okay and when we cannot do that then we start to suffer because our expectation and the reality start to go different ways okay that's when we suffer so but when I say you have to accept that you can't do anything I'm not saying you can't do anything okay to say that to accept that I can do anything okay 이 가리인의 제국을 해야 되나 이 가리인의 지나지를 해야 돼 강천지에서 해야 돼 니는 개발했다 I can be anything 해야 돼 이 고어다 you need to have that confidence in yourself and you can 너도 사막 소소히 지마토로 찌야야 말이야 미스 아무리 미샤다기 칠토가 있나 if anyone else can do it we can do it right there is nothing that we cannot do in that sense right but if you want to do anything that pops up in your mind that is not a possibility the sooner you accept the fact that anything that pops up in your mind is a possibility you accept the fact that anything that pops up in your mind does not necessarily have to be a possibility okay then you start to become independent then you can free channel also that doors do it na minimize suffering 다 maximize happiness 라 어디 남주 있는 것들이 우선 디체발라 여기 라비 봐 수지고 이거 말에 밀어 뜨는 거야 디인주스네 미션발라 로봇이야 미션발라 삼 로봇이스나 인지미지 라고 도와줘 말 삼단 nga 대대신에 기우면도 와 재산에 코란소를 대대신에 코란 기우면 말해 그냥 말을 미치기 대대치 라바이나 기우면도 재산에 미션발라 대대 라바이나 그 기우면 말해 다 삼단 줘 삼십 치고 와 understanding the war 또 이 총회나 아니 소소의 기우는 거를 미션발 기우는 거 삼의 기우는 거라 이 용어에는 maximize happiness 제도를 넘치게 인부터 줘라 와 어때 아니 진짜 다시 한번 해볼래 봐
지워주면 근데 됐어.
I just want to thank Reflection Allah for providing an engaging discussion to us. And Donna said, if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Yeah. Yeah. 무슨
how do you deal with suffering when something bad happens and you need to deal with it in a calm mannered mind, like very quick? Because I know a lot of us people were in lakta and we get some negative thoughts, I don't know, maybe like a test or some troubles with 동물, with like your tokbo or 동물. What are some simple types of mind training that you would, could you show us an example of?
Okay. Ooh. That's not easy, huh? So did it. Okay, so when you the simple step, right, to deal with suffering, to deal with pain. So it depends on how much the strength of the pain, okay, how strong the pain is. So if it's a very strong pain, very strong pain, then you cannot deal with it directly. You do not have the capacity to deal with it directly. So the best, at that moment, the best thing is to sort of distract your mind through breathing exercises, okay, or through praying to Unjosum, the triple gem, right, to meditation, through chanting, through prayer, etc. like that. But if you think it is something that you are, if you feel like you are stronger than the pain, okay? If you feel the pain, usually if you are aware that you are in pain, that already means that you are stronger and you are bigger than the pain, okay? Because you are feeling the pain. So once you see the mountain, that means you're already outside the mountain. If you're on the mountain, you cannot see the mountain. If you're atop the mountain, you cannot see the mountain. You can just see some ground that is it. So when you're able to recognize your pain, that means you're already somewhat out of it, or you are in the capacity, you have the capacity to deal with that. So in that sense, the pain is only a part of you. So you have to remind yourself that you are not pain. You may be in pain, but don't let the pain consume you by reminding yourself that pain is a part of you. So when we say in English, it's part of me, it makes you feel like you are the whole part of that thing. But that's not the case. When I say this table is part of this temple, it's a tiny portion of this temple. This table does not constitute. This table is not the temple, right? This table is a part of many objects in this temple. Similarly, that pain is a small part of you. Okay, so first of all, you need to see it as such, that it's a small part. It is part of your small part of you. So now, once you are able to see the pain as a part of you, as an sort of an external part of you, okay, that you are not the pain. Basically, you have to realize that. If you get consumed by pain, then it's difficult. So you have to distract yourself by doing other activities. Once you are able to see that you are in pain, usually you are outside of So when you can see that, then what you do is you look at the pain, right? You look at the pain, and the pain is an external part of you, and then you have to look at it from a more practical point. For example, if it's a loss, okay, if it's a loss of a pet dog, okay, just an example, then that can be, is it possible for that pet dog to come back or not? If it's gone, if it's passed away, it will not come back, right? If it's passed away, it cannot come back. So you have to accept that it will not come back. Once you accept that, then you have the capacity to move forward. You can acquire a new pet and take care of him or her as your previous pet dog. Or you can, this may be the reincarnation of your previous dog as well, right? You never know. So once you accept that there is no comeback, that this is it, once you put a closure to it, then you have room to move forward. Okay? So this is how you look at your pains. If you get consumed by pain, then you cannot move forward. So the first thing you have to do is come out of the pain. And that you can do by distracting yourself in the initial stage. In the beginning, you try to distract yourself through other activities, right? And then once you recognize that you are out of the pain, even though you're feeling the pain, you are in pain, but you're still not the pain, okay? Then you can actually deal with it in a much more effective way. We can ask questions about who I am. Tsujugi said, I am Rinpoche, the 14th living Rinpoche. Do you think I'm the 14th? Is it possible to come back? A reincarnation? Do you believe in that? What do you think? You can ask questions if you have like that. Do you think people who pass away can come back? They can? They can enter other bodies? No. I asked you a question. Is it possible for people who pass away to come back or not? Not possible, right? Why not? Yeah, they're dead from this body, but what makes you so sure that it cannot come back in another body? Yeah.
Means they're getting reborn.
Yeah. I asked you a question back. So the person who was born, right, the baby, where did he come from? His mind, his ideas, where did that come from? His brain. Yeah. So what produced that brain to think? What?
His life.
His life source. What is that? Where did that come from? Huh? His parents' body? Yeah, his physical body, right? His body came from his parents for sure, right? What about his mindset, his thinking? Did it also come from his parents? Would you say it come from his parents or not? No, nobody said for sure, right? Okay, why didn't it come from the parents? Why cannot you say it come from the parents? Okay. If it came from the parent, is it so? If it is the same chain of thoughts, does it have to be? Does it have to think similarly?
Kind of like, say you take what you said into reality. If my parents like the color blue,
So
I got my mindset from my parents, and I also like the color blue.
So do you? Okay. So how old are you? Can I ask how old are you? 11. So your thoughts on things never changed since you were 5 and 11? It did, right?
Yeah.
So that means you are different from when you were 5 years old.
Yeah.
Also, they are two different people. When you were 5 and when you were 11, they are two different people because their thoughts differ, right? So sometimes you want to eat momo, sometimes you don't want to eat momo. So that means they are two different people. Really? Okay. So so who's that? Okay. So do you like momo or not? Do you like momo? Okay. So that is Tema, right? So when you don't like Momo, who's that?
What's his name?
Dinzin. Okay. What about when you like pizza? Who's that? So it's a different person every time you like something different.
Yeah.
Oh really? See, okay. So just because even if the thought comes from your parents, it doesn't necessarily true that you have to think alike as your parent, right? If that's the case, then you would also have to think exactly like what you thought yesterday. Wouldn't it be? Or not? Huh? You went to the Gomba yesterday, right? Right. So your thoughts about, okay, so what were you thinking about yesterday? When you were at the Gomba? This one or another one? This one, okay. What did you see the first time? First thing you came into the Gomba? The Gomba, right? Right now you're inside the Gomba, so you have a different thought. That time you were thinking outside of the Gomba. Now you're thinking inside the Gomba. So there are two different thoughts. Does that mean there are two different people? Really? No, right? See? So how can you say for sure that your thoughts didn't come from your parents? You cannot say with absolute certain. You cannot say with absolute certain that your thoughts didn't come from your parents. Or you carry your parents' mind. So do you know the password for your mom's iPhone?
Yeah.
Oh, he does. Okay. Be careful. Yeah. Yeah, this was it.
Okay, how does doing prayer here help others from different countries? Like when we're all Karibe, when we pray here, let's say we're praying here and we're praying for Karibe, just an individual person. I'm praying for my Bola in Pe. How does that help? Because it's so far away. How does praying help different places?
Okay. Do you have any songs that you like?
Yeah.
Do you have any favorite songs? Yeah, she go with it.
Go with
She go with it. Can she tell me what you said?
Taylor Swift.
La, Taylor Swift? Yeah, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift, she don't can give it away.
Give it on.
Yeah, Taylor Swift, that's why. Because I really saw, or just saw. That's not the
La?
Taylor Swift, you know, the day you're more.
Yeah, you're more.
Taylor Swift, she can, I'm your producer, and something huge. Yeah, Taylor Swift is so far away from you.
Oh,
Yes,
that's it.
Taylor Swift is so far away from you, but when she sings or you listen to her songs that were recorded, I don't know, 1 year, 2 years, 4 years ago, and every time you listen to it, even though it's not a fresh song, you are still able to derive joyfulness from that, be happy from that, right? So similarly, when we do the prayers are very the precious words, gentle words, precious words, very soothing words for those who are in pain, those who are in suffering, right? So when we recite those, so what happens is when we recite those prayers, we do. When we do the prayers, we usually do it to the Buddhas in front of the Buddha, right? In the altar room, we do it in the temple, etc. So when we pray to the Buddhas, right? Through their power, through their very special power, the Buddhas have a power to deliver your message, to deliver your prayers to the concerned, to the one who is suffering, who is in pain, and they get the blessing, and through that blessing, they were able to enjoy bliss. They were able to enjoy some sort of comfort when you pray. This is that, yeah. Did I pass?
Yes.
Oh, okay, thank you. Okay, yeah, right, you're welcome. Yeah. 가다 가르치는 표기요, right? Why? To show respect and to yes, and then to show sincerity. 가다 까보요, Simple Sangma is Simple Sangma is Simple Sangma. So you offer kata with pure mind, sincerity, and then I give it back to you as a blessing. Kata kyan su pure wa, anye chilap chilap. I just I think you can do it now. Yeah. One last thing, sorry. Council, Ripa Yaku Changa told her, Ripa Yaku Shab Mind food to them. And it's a big deal food to them. Okay, and in Council, mantra, Nilabina. Council mantra chicken is you. O money singer, O money payment, and Omara Pasanadi, and launch to me in that transmission. The council won't take you up, council not a picture, Jedu check, council and good don't work, so we have on this Omara Pasanadi, no, Jedu check up. Say the good general, you say the bars and Roger Bobel, Om Arapata, Nadi, Om Arapata, Nadi, Om Arapata, Nadi. Mani Padme Hum Om Mani Padme Hum Om Mani Padme Hum Om Mani Padme Hum Cancel Om Mani Padme Hum Domaina Seba Sangbo Seba Sangma Che Seba Sangma Ka Seba Sangbo Chena Suji Yoke to Usman what is that? But it's to just check on some things
Rinpoche lagi nansa la kachu namwa de katu cheso.
So when you offer it to Rinpoche, don't put it on there. So I can give this back to her as a blessing, okay? Privileges.
Just mine.
Kunza.
Yeah,